And welcome everyone to Oswald Field here on the campus of Hesston College. Rusty Witcher with you here on the Lark Network as we're trying to battle some technical difficulties. And that is Sebastian Rowland striking out one away here, top of the first from the home opener as we're trying to sort through some horrible, horrible technical difficulties. So bear with us as I do believe my compadre, Dr. Phil Miller, will be here just shortly as we're trying to get this up and going. Colby Nemersny single to start things off here for York JV. Roland has struck out. There's one away and a runner on. We're also trying to get this scoreboard up and running, so bear with us. That should hopefully work. That's a mile-high pop-up on the right side. Tracking it is Halen David. He'll make the play. Another two away. Oh, please let this work. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Russ. How are you?
I'm spectacular. How about yourself? We are here.
Hey, I'm good. We're calling baseball, brother.
That's right. That's right. We're here.
It's been a while.
It has been a minute.
Did we get a game in last year?
Yeah, we got several, actually.
Okay. I couldn't remember if I was here last year. Actually.
Well, kind of. You were kind of here. I'm adjusting the scoreboard, so keep me updated while we get this going.
Well, that was an outside pitch.
Thanks. Thank you. That's salty. Salty updating right there.
I'm gonna apologize to everybody. I've had a week and I did zero prep for today. I do apologize.
I had a week too. We're here, but we're calling baseball. It's Hesston College baseball at the finest.
Ooh, swing and a miss.
Okay.
That was a big old cut too.
Let's see here. I think
number 32. Who's that?
That would be Caesar Galvin.
Yeah. He is the DH.
And another big cut by the lefty.
Nice pitch outside.
Okay, I think we've got this finally sorted out. Get back to control panel. Bear with us.
Yeah. Mr. Unruh dealing up there.
It's over there and cross our fingers. And we got a scoreboard. All right.
All right.
All right. New scoreboard. New things going on here.
Oh, a big old cut and strikes him out.
And just like that, the Larks, after giving up a single, Easton Unruh on the hill. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. No score here. And we'll take a quick look at the Lark lineup here as we are here. You guys have questions, comments, feedback about our live Lark broadcast, send us a text, 620-217-1465.
Really loud.
There we go.
I couldn't hear myself think there, Russ.
What? I didn't even know we could think.
Well, I mean...
Okay.
There are thoughts that rattle around in there sometimes.
It's fester. We call it festering. Good to have you with me here, buddy. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute.
Taking a look here at the Lark lineup, Jack Brinkley to lead things off. Dawson Winter plays third base, bats second. Justin Smith, the catcher, batting third. With first baseman Coy Kuhn batting in the cleanup spot. Hot hitter, and I believe he's leading the team in ribbies, Eli Prine batting in the 5-hole playing second base. Mendy Lopez, the DH, is batting sixth. Halen David, right fielder, bats seventh. Aiden Betker, the shortstop, batting eighth. And Shinsuke Odonashi, the center fielder, is rounding out the order.
I do have a few questions that we can talk about throughout the night, but my first one, I noticed on the roster, so look at online, there are no sophomores.
Well, that's right, because...
So I'm thinking, do they get another year of eligibility?
Yes, they do.
Ooh, fun.
They get another year of eligibility.
Hey, that's cool.
Everyone basically gets to be a redshirt freshman.
So they got the same deal that the Division I, NCAA. Cool.
So Jack Brinkley stepping in here on the hill is Lewis for the York Panthers JV. They're out of Nebraska, about a 3.5-hour drive.
Up by, don't you have family up in that area?
Kind of, somewhat, yeah.
Beatrice?
Yeah, I've got family in the Beatrice, the Milford, the Henderson area. That's a little bit farther west. And Lewis's pitch upstairs, one ball, the count to Jack.
Got a few good friends from up in that area as well.
Larks in their home white. That's a chopper tapped foul, right side. And the count is 1 ball, 1 strike.
We also went to school with a bunch of people from that area, didn't we?
Yeah. And I have our second heater coming here, so we're all going to be comfortable up here.
I have a heater.
I know. We're gonna turn this press box toasty.
Yes, let's do this. My hands are already getting cold.
I know. That's why I figured you have this. You will set the heater up at the inning. There's a tapper foul on the right side, and Jack is quickly behind the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I was just shocked how well. I wasn't shocked. I knew. I'm fully acclimated to Kansas now.
Oh yeah. How couldn't you be?
When we had the polar vortex come down, that was super cold for me. And that was proper cold too. But
right.
You know, that was a normal winter for what I grew up with.
Okay. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes here. And the curveball drops in, and Jack is frozen looking. Wow, I almost put
that was filthy.
I almost put a K up that wasn't backwards. It's the first time it fit in forever for baseball.
It's been a while, yeah.
We're up and going. This is Dawson Winter, the third baseman. Dawson from Cheney.
Oh,
and Lewis.
2 T's in his name. Okay.
Hits Dawson. Oh. Dawson will trot his way down to first base.
I didn't see it. I just saw the ball rolling away. In his shoulder?
No, right on the elbow pad. He's fine.
Oh, that's why he wears the pad, eh?
Yeah. And the Larks have a runner. And that'll bring up catcher Justin Smith.
Oh, my goodness. Could that be any louder?
So Justin digging in.
Wow.
We'll have all kinds of stats tomorrow. We're both. We had some technical difficulties with our broadcast tonight. But if you're a fan of the Larks, fan of the Panthers, we'd love to hear from you. Send us a text 620-217-1465.
We like to be interactive.
We are trying to be interactive.
I'm going to throw some situations out there and see what people think it should get, like base running situations, things like that.
Kyler Lewis stepping off and eyeing.
We're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun.
That's right. Pitch missing upstairs in our count. 1 ball, no strikes. Almost looked like a change had stayed high. Dawson diving back into first.
I'm still filling in my scorebook, so
I
confess I didn't see it.
No, I get it. I had an issue with the scoreboard and had to restart the broadcast for the second time now. So.
Well, they started early too.
Yeah, they like to go early. There's a swing and miss as
that was a big old
Justin
shot.
chases high cheese.
Yes, he did. He wanted all of it.
He did. And the count now even up at 1 ball and a strike. I told Lex that we'd have all kinds of heaters up here for
her. Oh, yeah, no worries.
Runner goes. Dawson slipping in. No, they say he got him.
Caught him.
And Dawson is caught stealing. I thought he was under, but that's why we're up here and not down there on the field.
Yep. Frankly, you can't even see the bag, I'm sure, at home because it's all dirty now.
So 2 outs in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike here.
That was a really, really close play. So
it really was.
I don't know.
It really was.
Left it high.
And outside a little bit, and the count rides 3 balls, 1 strike. We understand that we're working through some issues with some things, so bear with us. I mean, we know it's not the most ideal camera angle, but that's what we're working through. As that one stays up high, and Justin draws the walk.
Where is the? Oh,
right there. But we're a little bit high right here, but that's how it goes. We're going to keep trying though. That's why we've got play-by-play.
Right, and that's what I mean. It's the way it's been every year.
Yeah.
That I've done it. So.
So 2 outs and Coy Kuhn stepping in here.
Should have a center field camera.
I'd like that eventually. Coy also from Cheney.
So he's a local kid.
Yeah.
All right.
Big curve stays outside, 1 ball to Coy.
So I think I noticed that when I was looking at the roster. He was a local kid.
Everything going on, I've been kind of paying attention to
Left it down. He's kind of all over the zone here.
And the count now, 2 balls, no strikes.
He's throwing them high. He's throwing them low. He's throwing bendy pitches.
Bendy pitches. I'm glad we're back to bendy pitches.
Well, I mean, that's curveball. It's bendy.
Yeah, let me see this real quick.
Yeah.
That one stays down in the dirt.
Here's what I can do. I can start bringing up the stats pages.
No, we'll have those eventually.
Actually, they're not going to be on the NJCAA, are they?
Yeah, they are. They're already up.
York is?
Yep. No, York isn't.
That's what I meant. When I said they, not us.
That one comes too far inside. Coy wears it in frustration. He'll trot down to first.
Well, I'm sure that didn't feel too good.
And so now the Larks have had 3 base runners without the benefit of a hit, 1 caught stealing. And that brings up Eli Prine. Prine, I believe, leads the team with 7 ribbies.
How many games have they played?
6.
All right. Hey, that's not
2
bad.
and 4, split with Tonkawa, number 3 in the country.
More ribbies than games. Not bad.
Yeah, had a long stretch where they had a lot of cancellations. But who didn't with the polar
Shocking.
Yeah.
It's February.
Exactly. What can you do? If you get to play baseball in February, you're happy.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it stays upstairs by Eli's eyes for a ball.
Look, I mean, when you schedule games in February, you're just like, I hope I get a play.
You're rolling the dice.
That'd be great. You're happy when you get, a third of them in, pretty much. At least I would be. Especially after the weather we just had.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The 1-0. Yep. Late bendy pitch that stays high.
Nobody's playing baseball in sub-zero.
No. And the count now, 2 balls, no strikes.
And it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong, you live in Hesston.
Yeah.
They had the field covered during that time. Good for them.
That one stays inside. And the count now, 3 balls, no strikes. And we've got a new infield that was redone, too.
Okay. It was looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's been redone. I believe they went with a warm season grass, like a, I don't know if it's a Zoysia Bermuda type, but it's definitely a warm season grass.
Definitely warm season. Well, obviously it's still brown.
There's a strike at the knees to Eli from Lewis, and the count 3 balls, 1 strike.
And that might be asking a little bit after the weather we just had to come out and have a bright green,
that
well-manicured field.
That's pushing it long. We had snow on the ground for a long time.
I think at this point we're happy that it's given.
That's upstairs.
Yeah. Well done. Nice walk.
3 straight walks by. Lewis loads the bases. And so an exaltation of Larks on the base paths. As we like to say, the meadow is occupied.
Yes. The nest is full.
The nest is full.
Full of little baby larks? No, these are full-grown men larks.
Mendy Lopez steps in with the sacks loaded, and we're gonna give props for those of you who haven't been tuning into basketball. How good at stats Lex is. She's up here studying for nursing while doing the stats.
Nice.
Yeah, Lex does it all.
Very cool. Now nursing's no joke, guys.
No.
So
Mendy digging in, and his first pitch swinging. He was trying to hit that to a different zip code.
He was. He thought he had all of that.
Those of you not familiar with Oswald Field, it's 275 down the lines, 350 to the alleys, and 390 to center. And while it seems short, oftentimes it plays like it's hitting out of the Grand Canyon.
It sure can.
The bendy pitches stays outside. Like tomorrow, it will feel like it will be playing out of the Grand Canyon with the wind coming out of the south.
Yeah, because the straightaway center is straight south.
Yes, straightaway south.
And you get the wind in your face. That 390 is really far.
Yeah. Mendy fouls that one back into the campus activity center, and the count now rides 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Although, I mean, the wind usually, if you can take it down the line, the wind isn't gonna mess with it too much. It can push it foul though. That one you got to watch out for.
And we've talked about this so many times as the 1-2 coming up from Lewis. Stays outside corner, strike 3. Mendy frozen. A generous strike 3 called. We've played an inning, no score. We'll be back with the top of the second right here on the Lark Network. Lost it. Okay, so it's something with that. And welcome back here to Oswald Field on the campus of Hesston College. So that's what's doing it. We figured out that it's something with the ads that are taking off our scoreboard. I truly apologize for that. So we've lost the scoreboard for this time. And so we're... So stepping in, Austin Grant, and we'll do our best to keep things going here as we're in the top of the second. So that is interesting. We're going to be without the scoreboard for this contest. I apologize, but we figured that out, that it's something with the ads that kill off our scoreboard. So Justin Grant takes a pitch down low, 1 strike. So we got to figure that out, but that's good to know. That is what is taking our scoreboard off. So Grant with a healthy swing. He's quickly behind in the count, 0-2, as we're in the top of the second. All right, we're going to be nice and toasty up here. Easton on the hill, and the 0-2 delivery coming up for Easton. That misses upstairs, and our count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, you can. The 1-2 coming up here from Easton. Curveball, misses upstairs. Straight, that one right there. And the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss by Grant, and he goes down 1 away. That's Easton's 3rd strikeout of the contest. That brings up the 3rd baseman, Kyler Colbreth. We're in the top of the second. Okay, interesting. So Colbreth digs in, and a swing and a miss from Colbreth. Well, we're going to be toasty up here. All right. Feels like it.
It smells like it.
The 0-1, there's a line drive left side, and that will be played on the run by Jack. Brinkley out there in right. Left, that too.
This was the smartest purchase I've ever made.
Jackson left. Shinsky in center. Halen over there in right.
We are nice and toasty.
Yeah, we are, but we lost the scoreboard for the broadcast. I figured out that there's something to do with the ads. We'll work on that. We apologize.
So the ads knock it off? Or?
The ad knocked it off, and I can't get it back.
Well, that's
annoying.
Yeah.
There's a pitch that stays a little bit low to Nick DeMonte, the catcher for York.
Well, it's still 0-0.
It is still 0-0. We'll be doing a lot of giving you updates on the score. Easton misses downstairs, and the count now 2 balls, no strikes. I have an idea here. There's a swing and a miss.
Yes. He took a major cut at that. Don't be shy. Go ahead and...
Count 2-1. I'm just making sure that I put up on the live chat where the number that they can reach us.
Oh, there you go.
That's fouled back into the fence, and the count evens up 2-2, and Deuce is wild across the top of the scoreboard.
If you're curious about the score and we haven't said in a little bit, text us.
Yeah, we'll keep it up.
Call us out.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, fire away.
Yeah.
Dare you. Eric Horton's not allowed to text ever, but that's okay.
No, he can't text.
We count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And that is ripped foul on the left side. Yep. Past the third base and over there towards the tarp. And the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, yeah. Lex, how you doing? All right.
Working good? Excellent.
Yeah. The 2-2 coming up.
Sorry, didn't mean to scream there. That was
curveball misses inside, and the count now full 3 balls.
That's anxiety-inducing. To have one right behind your back like that.
Yeah.
That always got my
attention.
Yeah. Yes, attention is a really good way to.
I had ultimate plans, Phil, but they were ruined.
Ultimate plans.
Yep.
To go play frisbee.
There's a fly ball hit a ton. That's hanging, and that will hang up there.
Nice.
And Jack makes a play.
Well done. Harmless
so Easton gets 2 flyouts and a strikeout. York does not score. We played an inning and a half. Larks and York, no score. We're back after this.
Tell you what, it helps that the air is a little bit chilly. That ball does. Done. I mean, the why?
Hey.
It's JV team.
We're going to be really toasty. Here's my other heater. Thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, I've spent way too many hours freezing.
It's so cold in here.
And welcome back here to Oswald Field on the campus of Hesston College. Rusty Witcher alongside Dr. Phil Miller.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're good. We're having fun. We're playing baseball. We're going to the bottom of the second. No score. It's Halen David, Aiden Betger, and Shinsuke Otanashi coming up here for the Larks.
You know, you're mentioning the nursing program with Lexi going in the nursing. I work with some excellent nurses who attended Hesston College, actually.
All right.
Yeah, they're wonderful, wonderful people. And highly trained, know what they're doing, very competent. So, ringing endorsement of our nursing program, people. It's good.
Halen digging in. And Lewis delivers. Catches the bottom corner. I thought he was going to miss. I got to quit anticipating. I know better.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm supposed to. The curve drops in, and the count now quickly 0-2.
That curve has been ridiculous.
So Lewis looking to deliver. The 0-2. That's fouled back towards the Campus Activity Center.
Didn't hear it hit, though.
I don't know. Maybe it did. I didn't. Under count, remaining 0-2.
Is there other sporting events going on tonight for Hesston?
No. There's a swing and a miss, and Halen strikes out. Volleyball will be in action tomorrow at 4. Lark men will be on the road at Labette. It's starting off conference. The women's game has been postponed. So.
Okay.
And this will bring up Aiden Becker. Aiden, the shortstop.
I was just curious. I was told the officials were missing, and I walked up and here they are.
There's a strike on the bendy pitch. Lewis working that breaking ball. 4 strikes.
He is. Oh,
that one comes too far inside, and that is the.
He's gonna.
Second hit batter.
It's got a little inconsistency issues. Let's put it that way.
Now bring up Shinsuke Otanashi.
Because he can deal that curveball, and then something slips, and it just doesn't do what he wants it to do.
So Shinsuke, a freshman from Tokyo, he's across the pond. The big pond, the Pacific pond.
Yeah, the biggest one we got.
There's a little flare. That could drop in for a nice single, and the Larks have their first hit. And now 2 aboard for the top of the order, Jack Brinkley.
Well done.
Shinsuke did just enough, got it off the hands.
Yep.
Drove it into shallow left center field.
Gets a little Texas leaguer to start off his day. Speaking of Texas League, that is no longer a thing, Russ.
It is, I know.
I was pretty sad to hear they just did away with the names for minor league baseball leagues.
I know. It was.
I don't know why they had to do that.
There's a drive on the ground to the second baseman. Galvin, they're thinking 2, not in time. As
Mr. Brinkley is extremely fast.
Brinkley shows off his wheels.
Yeah, he was smoking.
But 2 away here, runners at the corner for Dawson Winter. Dawson was hit by a pitch and then was caught stealing.
So that was 6-4, right?
4-6.
It was second base? Okay.
Yeah, it was hit on the ground at.
I couldn't remember who hit it. This is what's happened in my brain over the last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's our first baseball game. We've got to knock some rust off, and it's been a long time since baseball. I mean,
just get used to it. My short-term memory is shot.
Pretty much a year. I think it's been a year for baseball.
Yeah, it definitely has.
An actual year. Lewis catches the outside corner for a strike to Dawson.
It would have been March when I would have done anything.
Well, March 12th was when the world stopped.
Yep.
It felt that way because that was the final softball game.
Okay. Well, yeah, mid-March.
Yeah. That one misses outside. It was right during the Big 12 tournament, getting ready for the NCAA.
They were, a game or two into the Big 12 tournament and stopped that.
Didn't even play the quarterfinal action. So the count now 1 ball, 1 strike to Dawson.
Woo.
That one stays a little bit outside.
Yep, just too much outside.
Count 2 balls, 1 strike.
I always got to remember, Russ, they can hear us on the field.
That one misses low and away. And the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Someone texting that the camera is tilted. Yes, we do know that. We're battling a tripod issue, too. So have to bear with us. Yeah, we're trying to iron some things out with a new camera and not a...
Actually, it's not the camera. That's the field is tilted now.
Stop. No, the camera is tilted. The 3-1. Too far outside.
We've had a lot of earthquakes around here. And
hey, I felt the last one.
I did, too.
The bases are loaded.
That was just the other day.
It was. That was weird.
Oh, I didn't like it.
That was weird.
I'm a Midwestern kid. The earth is not supposed to do those things.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm right there with you. Justin Smith steps in. He drew a walk in his first at-bat. So the bases are loaded for Justin. Second time the Larks have had the sacks loaded in this contest.
The nest is full.
And the first pitch to Smith from Lewis is a strike at the knees.
Hit that low corner, outside corner. I did learn an interesting tidbit, Russ, and you might be able to verify this means you've umped.
There's the curveball that stays down and away.
You can find a lot of stuff on YouTube. So I was watching a umping instructional video.
Okay.
They're talking about the strike zone, and they're saying anything from the top of the catcher's head on down is the strike zone to the knee of the batter.
Interesting.
Yep.
There's a line drive. That's going to drop in for a base hit. One run is in. A second on the heels. We're going to have a 2-run single by Justin Smith.
So Brinkley drives
himself in. He drives himself into.
And Becker, is it
Becker?
Becker.
And the Larks have quickly up 2-0. So now we know, and we apologize. Like we said, we apologize for the problem with the scoreboard. I don't want to restart the stream for a 4th time, so we're going to keep it here for the rest of this. Larks up 2-0, and there are 2 outs.
A nice little 2-out single there by Mr. Smith.
And runners at the corners.
Yeah. Little Texas leaguer out to right center.
Second hit of the game for the Larks. Of the inning, in fact. And that puts 2 across the plate.
I mean
and Jack adds to his total. And you'll have stats at some point, I'm hoping.
We'll get you something.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's how we're rolling.
Might have to wait till the third time through the order.
Yeah, well, they're up there. There's a fly ball right side out towards the vehicles.
I guess I could try to do that on my iPad right now.
Yeah, you could.
Hey, look, I mean, I'm on the NJCAA.
Yeah, all you got to do is go to stats and go to teams.
That's a lot of steps, Russ. I think I'm just going to give up.
Just go to teams. Just stop and go to teams. The 1-1 coming up. That drops in for a strike to Coy. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in Division 2, Region 6. Just helping you out.
So we are the only ones in Region 6.
Speaking of, and we're going to talk more about this, okay?
Of course.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Do.
And how the pandemic has affected the postseason.
Oh!
Jack off to the races, and the wild pitch is going to allow a run to score. Jack's going all the way first to third and slips in there. So he'll get it was Justin, Justin goes all the way. Steals second. The wild pitch allows Dawson to score. And Jack goes all the way, or Justin goes all the way to third. And the Larks up 3-0. And there. Justin over there at third base. Oh, that's not good. Eric Horton's texting.
Uh-oh. Well, we told him he wasn't allowed.
No, we did. We said that.
No.
He wants to know, how do baseball players keep in touch? They touch base once in a while. Counts full 3 balls, 2 strikes to Coy.
Yep.
He's just got it.
That's how you
Eric, a former father of a Lark baseball player, Dalton Horton, also known as the washing machine, played here.
Yeah.
That one misses downstairs. Coy draws a walk.
That was like 15 years ago, though, wasn't it?
It feels that way at times. And that'll bring up Eli Prine. Eli drew a walk, runners at the corners 1 more time.
Yep.
3 runs across here in the bottom of the second. Larks leading 3-0.
So you got Coy over at first, and then you got Justin over at third.
Yes.
Everybody's showing off their wheels really well tonight, too. Got some speed. I like that.
Eli Prine steps in. I believe he leads the team with 7 ribbies.
And he has 7 ribbies, and looks like he does lead the team.
That's what I remembered looking at that. Runner goes.
Oh, nice little double steal.
It was the double delayed steal. Run comes home.
Tricky. I like it. Stealing home.
And that's the 4th run of the inning.
Personally, Russ.
Yes.
I think that is one of the most exciting plays in baseball. A pure steal from home, a straight steal from home. Not necessarily.
We've seen a game 1 on a suicide squeeze. We've seen a little bit of everything. We saw the light pole blow up one time.
We saw game 1 on a steal of home.
We did.
That was
a straight steal of home.
Straight steal of home. That was insane.
That one misses upstairs to Eli from Lewis.
And walk-off home runs. We've seen that a few times.
Mm-hmm. Watch the Larks rally from 8 down to win in the final inning.
Good times.
6 down. 6 down to win.
Yeah, 6.
The 2-0, and Eli was not cheated.
He was not.
Now, if I swing like that, I'm going to have to be carted off because I tore every left of my knee.
Everything that you have to tear would have been torn on that.
Yes. Look out now, 2 balls and 1 strike.
The way your body works, yes.
Well, that's true. I'm not young anymore. No. Nor are you, so tread lightly.
No, I would tear lots of stuff now.
Eli, another hefty hack, and the count evens up at 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He was hacking at a good pitch, though.
He was, absolutely.
That pitch was right where he wanted it.
Absolutely.
I think he's daring him to throw it again.
That one popped up, might stay in play.
It does.
DeMonte, and that's a good track down by Slaughter on the far side. So we've played 2 innings here.
Not bad, though. 4.
Larks lead 4-0. We will take a break and be back after this here on the Lark Network. I said Jack's off. Anyway, back to the baseball we go. So this is Tyler Chavez, the shortstop, and this is for York in the top of the third. Mersey leads it off. Roland bats second, Slaughter bats third, and Galvin batting fourth. Grant, the fifth hole hitter. Colbreth, the sixth. DeMonte, the seventh hole hitter. Chavez, the eighth, and Jason Valle, the ninth. So we're 8-9-1 here in York. And so across defensively, Jack is out there in left, Shinsuke in center, Halen in right, Dawson at third, Aiden Betker and Eli Prine up the middle at short and second. Yes, I'll get to that eventually. Coy's over there at first, and Justin behind the plate, and Easton under on the hill. We'll get to York too. Normally we have that stuff done up, but with the restart of the broadcast, I missed the first batter trying to get everything up and running.
Everything's just been jumbled.
Yeah, technical issues, but I'll be talking to
customer service?
Yeah, we'll be talking to production truck and iron out the swing issues for tomorrow.
Get those production guys on it.
Easton paints a lower corner of the zone, and Tyler Chavez quickly behind. 1-2 strikes.
That was a good pitch right there. It
really was. We've talked about that working low and away, and the count 1-2.
Low and away, that's just a tough pitch, especially junior college level for guys to hit.
It is.
Hit well.
There's the inside corner that had some movement on it.
I like that location too. He had him.
Chavez frozen.
He was looking outside. He was looking outside.
He was looking outside. Came inside. Wow. Had a little bit of cut on that, and the count and one away for Jason Valle.
Always like that backwards K when it's your team doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, my hand's getting cold.
Well, we could set up another heater. We've got another.
No, now it's warm.
Okay, we're good.
I just gotta put it where the warm is.
Just check on Lex. How's Lex? The 1-0 coming up. That one misses downstairs to Valle, and the count now 2 balls, no strikes. Valle plays center for the Panthers. They are members of the KCAC, so they do travel down this way often. Their varsity squad.
We let
three balls, no strikes.
They let a non-Kansas school in.
Several.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oklahoma Wesleyan's also a member of the KCAC now.
No kidding.
That's NAIA level baseball and athletics, I should say.
Right.
And the 3-0 coming up. There's a pitch for a strike. The gigantically expanded zone at 3-0.
What are you saying, Russ?
Got a text saying, hey, here we go. This is going to be fun. So the 3-1 coming up. That's fouled back to the fence. Hi, guys. Greetings from Reno, Nevada. Watching my nephew, Austin Grant, who plays for York. Just want to say you guys are doing great. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We don't think we are, but
I
appreciate
taking up space.
The positive vibes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Driven to the right side, and that will
just foul.
Oh, I get to say it. So Jason Valle goes back to the box for a little bit of batter's box disco dancing because he's staying alive. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel good.
That's Russ's best line, folks.
Yeah, I've used it 2.5 innings in. This is not good.
Oh, how do I get to the York Athletics page? Oh, there it is.
It's probably under the tab that says athletics.
Yeah, I didn't notice that before.
He has the doctorate. I don't.
I'm telling you.
Count 3 balls and 2 strikes to Valle.
I have things have gone
downhill
bad for me here the last.
The older we get, I'm not sure about this, man.
Man.
Both of us Hesston College alums.
Mm-hmm.
That one misses inside. Easton wanted it, and Valle aboard it after the walk.
I don't know. That was pretty well inside.
I think it was a little bit too far inside, but again, this is Colby Mersney, the right fielder who singled to open the game and then was stranded at first base. So my ultimate plan, here we go. If you're ready for the ultimate plan, I told Lex this, but we had a wrench thrown in.
Okay.
That one's down and in the dirt.
Oh.
And Valle off to the race. He was running before the pitch, so he'll take the second on the stolen base.
Do we give that a stolen base?
He was moving before the pitch.
Okay.
Was thrown. Or as the pitch was thrown. It wasn't delayed or anything like that.
No. It wasn't because of the wild pitch.
But Lex and I had talked, and we were thinking we get tacos for the weekend from La Fogata in Newton and Grange. Yeah. The problem was they're closed due to illness. We can't get ourselves tacos. We were going to get just a massive amount of tacos and tell people how good our tacos were up here and just enjoy tacos.
He called time just as he was starting his motion.
Called time.
That's really cutting it close. If you ask my opinion, which you get it because I'm calling the game.
Counted one ball and no
That's why I'm up here.
That's true.
I'm just going to give it to people.
Get what you pay for.
Yep. And you're not paying for it.
Exactly. So. The 1-0 coming up. That one stays a little bit low and out. And the count 2 balls, no strikes.
In fact, I guess, I donate to Hesston from, I pay for this, I guess.
Yeah, you kind of do.
I'm paying to do this.
Yeah, you are. Good point. Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes.
No, I don't actually pay to do this, just so everybody's clear.
That one stays downstairs. Our count now is 3 balls, no strikes for Mersney. Got text saying viewing from Dallas, Texas. So Texas checking.
All right, Texas is in. We do have a few players from Texas on the team.
Our goal is to be international again.
That would be pretty cool.
And the 3-0 coming up. Too far outside. And now 2 runners on in the top of the third with an out for the York baseball squad who made the journey down for this 3-game set. Originally supposed to be a 4-game set, moved to a 3-game set.
This is going to bring up Sebastian Roland?
Roland.
All right. Playing left field. What did he do his first time up?
Struck out. So Roland, 0 for 1. That one misses downstairs.
Yep, just a little low. Looked like from up here. It's really hard to tell up or down from up here, I tell you what.
And the 1-0 coming up.
Man, it's almost too warm in here.
I'm not. I'm fine.
I had to unzip my sweatshirt.
I just wore a hoodie because I knew how nice we'd have it in here. That one gets through Justin. That is in the dirt.
Oh, boy.
Wild pitch, and the runners do move up 90 feet.
Yep.
So York trying to answer back here in the top half of the third.
Well, they've got 1 out. 2 guys on, second and third. Counts 2-0. Let's see. I was trying to look up stats for York, and I'm not finding anything.
Well, they've kind of been under some snow.
Yeah, they may not.
They may not have played any games yet. This could actually be. I didn't even ask.
But the varsity has played 7 games at least.
Okay. There's a strike on the curve to Roland.
Tabor hasn't played, if you care about that.
And they count 2 balls, 1 strike. Tabor hasn't. Yeah, I can see Tabor not playing.
They're another Mennonite school about 30 miles away.
In Hillsboro, a member of the KCAC.
Yes.
So they play York, and that pitch misses downstairs and count 3 balls, 1 strike to Roland.
I keep hearing from my
Okay, so this is the JV's. This is the JV's first game.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Okay, thank you very much. Appreciate that for the clarification.
Usually the JV doesn't get in as many games.
And we will be right here tomorrow, first pitch noon.
Ooh, hold on. Under the More tab.
There is a walk, and now the bases are full of Panthers. So I wonder what a scientific grouping of Panthers is. A pack of Panthers?
Panthers are solitary animals, so I don't know.
Well, I know it's a pride of Lions.
Yeah.
Can it be a pack of Panthers on the base paths?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense.
A pack of Panthers on the paths, and that will bring out Kyle Olson to talk about
wolves are packs. Lions are pride. But then many cats that size are solitary generally, so I don't know. Lexi, do you know? Group of Panthers? Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out. I mean, that's the things we can. That's the things we can get off topic.
This is the most Panthers you'll ever see together.
Yeah. Socially distancing Panthers.
There you go.
Well played, Lex. They are socially distancing.
Yes, very appropriately socially distancing out on the base paths.
So this brings up the first baseman, Trevor Slaughter, who flew out to right field in his first at-bat. And he'll take a strike from Easton.
Yep.
Looks like we've got a little action in the bullpen.
We do. They've got long sleeve shirts on, so I can't tell who it is.
But it's action in the bullpen.
There is action.
The 0-1 coming up.
Ooh.
Popped back and out of play, and our count now 0-2.
Which, this is Hesston's, 7th game? Mm-hmm. So how many starts does Mr. Easton have?
You've got the stats.
I'm looking it up.
Bases loaded, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the third. Larks leading 4-0.
So I guess this is his 3rd start. But this would, his conditioning probably isn't up to par yet.
Strike 3.
Nice. Well, they recovered.
On the breaking ball.
That's 2 down now for the Larks.
And both strikeouts looking. That is strikeout number 5 by Easton.
I'm going to guess this early in the season, though, it's, you're not used to pitching late in the games. You're still probably getting into game shape a little bit. I can understand how things are rolling here.
It's a claw of Panthers.
A claw?
Yes, a claw of Panthers on the base paths. So a grouping of Panthers is a claw.
So how many does it take to have a grouping of Panthers?
At least 3 on the base paths. I mean,
right. It's a full claw. Was that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was texted in.
Oh, yeah.
We have great fans.
We do.
They like intelligent people with Google. Hey, cut. Oh. Caesar wanted all of that. I hope I'm saying that right. I don't mean to be disrespectful.
Caesar Galvin.
Yeah.
Yes, I checked on that.
Or it's not Cesar or something.
Grant on deck. So a claw of Panthers on the base paths, and the count 1-2 strikes as Easton comes set.
Oh,
strike 3, outer corner.
Pitch. Good, tough pitch.
Easton gets out of the jam, strikes out the side, all looking. We played 2.5. Larks lead 4-0.
What an effort by
Easton.
This. What an effort. Sideware. All right. God, that's loud.
And welcome back here. Bottom of the third we go. And, this is Mendy, I believe. I've had that right. Mendy Lopez drives it to deep right center field. It'll be over the head. Oh, Valle.
He does not know that did not go out. Why is he not standing on third?
I don't know if he can. I don't know.
Is he hurt?
He might be. There might be a running issue here as Mendy drives it.
It looked like it.
It definitely did.
Because it was. At first, I couldn't tell that he didn't know it went out, but I think he's actually hurt.
Oh, by the way, we are officially international. Great to be watching from Christchurch, New Zealand, supporting Hesston, Larks, and Josh Wilson.
What time is it in Christchurch, New Zealand?
I don't know what time it is, but they've got to be. Yes, we've got a cramp issue. That's what it was with Mendy.
I was going to say, he certainly had to be hurt.
Yeah, because he hammered that and then was stinging.
That's the longest single I think I've ever seen. But,
well, I've had longer singles, but that's slow pitch.
Well, you also cramp up a lot.
Yeah, I can't run. I'm old.
You've cramped up sitting on a stool in here.
Stop. This is a new year.
But yeah, I'm excited. We got New Zealand folks in the house. You know what? I'm a big fan of their All Blacks.
Okay.
The rugby. Mm-hmm. The rugby team there.
So now we've heard from Texas, Nevada, and New Zealand. All right.
You watch rugby at all, Russ?
I've tried. I try to understand it. At some point, I'd love to understand it better.
That's having a little trouble kind of getting what's the scrum all about? What's the?
Now here's the thing.
Why are we doing
I have actually played it. Tried to play.
Have you?
Yes.
Ooh.
That was interesting.
I bet it would be.
That's a lot of running. I was not prepared.
Well, yeah, it's a ton of running.
I was not prepared at all for the running.
Like half of rugby is 90% running.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. So they're still working with Mendy over there after the single.
Because he could have been on third too. That's very unfortunate. Yeah, I'm curious what time it is over there in New Zealand right now. It's got to be tomorrow.
Yeah, they're texting us from the future.
They are. Wow. It's still Friday night here.
Yeah, it's very much so. So I think they're going to...
Actually, that is a country I'd love to go visit, too.
Okay, so they have just...
So we've subbed with nobody. We're not going to put anybody out there. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, we are. Easton is going in to run, and he will be batting in Mendy's spot.
Yep, that's what's going to happen.
No more DH.
Oh, man.
Easton
Interesting move.
Yeah.
So
it's Saturday, 1:53 in the afternoon.
Oh, in afternoon already? I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
So this brings up Halen, who struck out in his first at bat.
Saturday at 1:53.
I just like that we've got people texting in.
Definitely.
Tomorrow we will have the scoreboard up now that we figured out what is exactly doing the. Hey, wait a second.
Oh, that apparently caught the outside corner. Low. Are you doing it again?
Hold on.
Folks, he's working hard on this.
Keep telling me what's going on. We're in the bottom third.
Pitch missed low. Yep, bottom third. 4-0.
One on and none out.
Guy on first. Easton is
We're back
on first.
Okay, we got a scoreboard.
Look at this.
All right, there we go.
The fellas in the production truck got it figured out.
They did. What's our count here, Phil?
2-1.
All right. 2 balls, 1 strike. There we go. We're in the bottom of the third. Larks leading 4-0. And there's the pitch. Fouled back to the fence and over the fence. And the count evens up at 2 balls, 1 strikes.
My wife keeps texting me along with other people. I'm in a group text right now, so my pocket is nonstop vibrating, and it's getting annoying.
I can fix that.
You know what?
Your wife was texting me the other day, but she was yelling at me.
I can fix that too.
I'm
just gonna mute it.
That one misses outside and low in the count. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Halen. now we're up. We won't be playing any ads. We'll just kill the sound.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, interesting.
Okay.
Swing and a miss for Halen. He strikes out. And there's one away. That brings up Aiden. Aiden was hit by a pitch in his last at bat and scored the game's first run. Get numbers up on screen. Texas 620-217-1465. As Lewis steps off.
So next thing, I'm gonna talk about our base running
trivia,
fun.
That's right.
I'm interested to hear what people think.
That one gets by the catcher, DeMonte, and
he had trouble finding it.
Easton trots down to second, excuse me.
And the dugout goes crazy, by the way.
That. So we'll move a runner up.
I'm going to guess Easton hasn't done much base running this year.
If memory serves me right, I believe they called him Big Bird last season.
Oh, no.
Memory serves me right. I believe he was called Big Bird last season.
If he was okay with that, fine. But
well, if he's not, we're calling him that anyway. I remember seeing that. That's us making up nicknames up here. The count 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, whatever, I don't want to be mean with our nicknames.
I think he was cool with it. Someone told me to call him. It was on my roster sheet to call him Big Bird, if I remember correctly.
If he was cool with it, then.
And if he's not, well, then we'll hear about it later. The count 2 balls and no strikes.
Oh, you'll hear about it later.
Sure. We'll hear about it tomorrow. That one stays upstairs by Aiden's eyes, and the count 3 balls, no strikes. One away here, a runner aboard in the bottom of the third with the Larks leading 4-0.
Yeah, Larks certainly could use another run or two here.
There's a swing and a miss.
On a 3-0 count, took a huge cut there.
Got a text saying, please announce Caesar stop swinging at the outside pitches from Abby and Katie. So, sounds like Caesar, Galvin has a fan club texting. All right. And the 3-1 coming up. Now it stays upstairs and the walk issued.
We're going to keep that kind of quiet, though, because I like it when he's doing that.
Pure homers. No.
Yeah. Oh, we have pure homers.
No, I love the fact that people text in.
Absolutely.
In fact, last year during one of the softball games, someone from the opposing team tried to facilitate a date with the player if she got a hit. I don't know if it ended up working out, but it was pretty comical.
That's called shooting your shot.
Lexi said that's called shooting your shot. Is that all right?
Shooting your shot. All right.
It was.
That's a term for it.
See you guys.
So we are. I just want people to understand we're pure homers, but we like we like to hear from the opposing fan base. We like interacting. We're friendly folk.
We're trying to be friendly.
Try to.
Shinsuke steps up. He singled and then was forced out on a fielder's choice. 2 runners on, and we still have Lewis pitching, I believe.
Yes, they have not changed pitchers. I don't see any action in their bullpen either. So, not that we could. Did they move the bullpen?
Yes, they're out there. They're behind the 357.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 2 on, 1 away here, bottom of the third.
So I look down the baseline. I'm like, man, there's no mound there. And the tarp is on the other side of the field too.
We're all sorts of messed up right now.
They just change things around. That's all right.
Well, Coach Olson has to put his stamp on the
absolutely.
Everything. That one misses downstairs. 1 ball. No strikes.
I'm just happy we're getting the field sorted out a little bit here.
Yeah.
I played on it when it was brand new, and the infield was immaculate.
Well, you played on it. You played on it.
1 year old is brand new.
Well, I was here my freshman year when it was built, and there were 17 blades of grass on the infield. I know we counted them.
By the time I got here the next year, the infield was immaculate. Now, there was only 20 blades of grass in the outfield.
The count 1 ball, 1 strike here to Shinsuke.
The outfield was very uneven. It got really good at chasing bad grounders.
Built in 1996, opened for play in 1996, and there's the curveball over for a strike in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it was really neat. The clay was brought in from Oklahoma, so the red dirt is from Oklahoma. The lights are minor league quality lighting.
Of course, we saw the light pole blow up in one game.
We did. That was
Weird.
I mean, the light poles are over 20 years old now.
Yeah. There's a fly ball hit off to the soccer field on Sieber Field.
But yeah, that was an exciting event. with their sparks
we unofficially, we actually accidentally dated ourselves as how old we are.
Well, if you guys want to do the math.
Yeah, well, that's how it goes.
Yep.
The 1-2 coming up here for Louis Tashinske. What stays upstairs?
Back then, we were still trying to hit like Ted Williams. All right. So we weren't doing this launch angle stuff.
No, that's very true.
We also
New schools of thought in baseball.
I would have loved to have the drive line system. That would have been really cool.
Got a text saying shout out from Mocaine, Missouri. Go Larks.
All right.
There's a drive to the left side. Going back is Roland. He makes the
nice.
play. It was a great track down. The left side, that is.
He made that a little more adventurous probably than it needed to be.
Well, it came off the bat, and it's that a little bit of that odd time of night. It's getting a little easier to see a fly ball, but
it's a little easier to see it, but the air is a little chillier, and when the air is cold, it's a little bit harder to hit for power.
So
everything's a little bit harder to do when the air is cold.
Oh, this is Jack. Okay, great. So here we go. Jack Brinkley. He's at bat. He's the youngest of 4 siblings. Has sisters in Arizona, Kentucky, and Alabama.
Oh, wow.
All rooting for the Larks. So hey, we'd like to hear from Arizona, Kentucky, and Alabama.
We would love to hear from them.
And Jack takes a pitch downstairs. 1 ball.
Are they as fast as he is?
I don't know.
Because that's one thing I've noticed already.
Former athletic director Rob Ramsar checking in, saying, good to hear you and the good doctor tonight.
All right. Hey, it's good to hear from Rob.
Got a text.
I still got to call him Coach Ramsar. I mean,
there's the curve over for a strike, and our count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Watching from San Marcos, California, which is San Diego. So, all right, we're already international.
San Diego.
Can we get someone from the International Space Station to text in? That'd be fun.
That would be amazing. I would.
Then we wouldn't just be international. We'd be galactic.
We'd be solar system.
Galactic.
Star. No, we're not galactic.
That sounds cool.
We'd have to get out of our star system to be galactic.
Close enough. Like you and I are ever going to get off this earth.
Oh, no.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's
I don't think my wife would let me if I wanted to.
So Jack has to do a little work now. Being down the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
She won't let me go skydiving. I can't imagine she'd let me get on a rocket and.
Why would you jump out of a perfectly good airplane?
Because.
No.
It might be fun.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Nope.
Oh, high.
Curveball stays too high to Jack, and the count evens up at.
I feel like that might have been more of a change.
It did something.
It didn't.
Stayed upstairs. Watching the game from Gillette, Wyoming. All right, glad you guys are tuning in.
It didn't bend. There's no bendy.
And our count still at 2-2. Jack chops it foul, lines it to where the old tarp was that we saw claim numerous baseballs and even a child once upon a time.
That looked like more of a slider.
And the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. Larks trying for that timely 2-out hit once again. Stretch 4 across in the last inning.
Gotta love timely hitting. We could use some right now.
That one's popped back and out of play towards the tennis courts.
Let's see. Well, Mr. Brinkley doesn't seem to have any stats.
Yeah.
Oh, he's right there. Oh, my goodness. How did I not see that? It was right there.
Second in the line by the stats.
Well, hey, he's healthy slugging, 650.
Hitting 250 on the year.
My goodness. 2 RBI, 2 home run,
looking for
2 doubles.
Yeah. Fouls it back to the fence, and the count still remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's got 5 hits with 2 doubles and 2 home runs.
Solid rate of extra base hitting.
That's why your slugging is 650. Mm-hmm. And 4 walks, not bad. His on-base percentage is not too bad.
Not a bad little turnout here either for our first game.
Yeah. In a socially distant
way, yeah.
Yeah.
And the 2-2 drops downstairs, and we're full.
Although, I'm very lucky and blessed to be vaccinated already, so this doesn't. I'm not worried about.
Well, there you go.
Much at this point. beware of that second shot there, Russ.
I heard about it. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Still worth it,
Did it
by the way. I wanted
put you out for a
still
day?
worth it. Huh?
Did it put you out for a day?
It did. It
Yeah.
did. But I knew it's immune reaction,
That's
you
right.
know. So
Payoff
biggie.
pitch. Too far inside, and
Nice
the
walk.
walk is issued. Jack gets the free pass, and his on-base percentage will climb, and that
It
brings
will.
up Dawson Winter.
nice patience shown there
Dawson
by Jack
drew a
too.
walk, scored on the wild pitch. He was also hit by a pitch, so Dawson has an on-base percentage of 1 billion this game without a hit.
So Mr. Winner already has a home run on the year, 5 RBIs, and 286 average, 524 slugging, Russ. You know what stat? Here, I want to throw this out to the audience here. What is
Dawson
the
fouled
most
back.
annoying stat that has come up in recent years that you find like
that's a great question.
unnecessary and annoying?
I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear what people think is that.
I've got mine.
Okay.
I don't want to taint things yet. I'll
Okay.
give it to you next
All
inning.
right. All right. That's
But
a teaser. I like the teaser.
What's your most annoying?
The 0-1. That's a fly ball that's towering up. Could be into shallow right field, and a nice running catch out there by Slaughter
Hey.
to make the play.
Hats off on that catch.
That was a great play on the
Yes.
pop out as he
My goodness, he
ends the Lark threat, and that's the 3rd time in 3 innings the Larks have loaded
he
the
ran
bases.
down to
but
Wichita to find that
he
and came
did
back.
a great job
Yeah.
with that. We have played 3 innings, and the Larks lead 4-0. We'll be back with the top of the 4th right here. And welcome back. We're heading to the top of the 4th here. York and the Larks. This is a 7-inning game. We'll play 2 7s tomorrow as well in doubleheader
Oh, I
action.
thought this was 9. This is
It's a
only
7.
7?
It's
All
a
right.
7.
All right. So I'm going to start her off with the base running. So we got, here's the situation. There's
Okay.
guy on third.
Hey, hold on.
All right.
This is Austin Grant coming to bat for York.
There we go. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so imagine guy on third, 2 outs.
And Austin takes a first swing.
Okay.
Yep.
First and second base are open.
Okay.
So 2 outs. Strike 3 goes in the dirt, back to the dugout. He swings at it, swings and misses.
Uh-huh.
So guy on third scores before runner gets to first and gets thrown out. Does the run count?
Yes. And the count is 0-2.
And show your work.
Show my work. I was afraid you were going to ask for that. There's a chopper on the ground at Aiden. No, glove by Dawson. Dawson can't come up with it.
That was going to be a really cool play.
It really was. And
Oh, man.
Grant
Nice effort.
aboard. Oh, what are you going to score that, Phil?
That was such
Is
an
that
extraordinary
infield
effort.
Single?
But I'm not sure shortstop could
I'm
have
going to give
got
it an infield single. It was a long run for. It's going to be it's going to be an extraordinary effort. I like that.
Yeah, that was extraordinary effort. Oh, let's
So
give
Grant
it
will
a
pick
single.
up the infield single.
Mind
And
you,
of course, we're unofficial up here.
yes, we are not the official scorers,
What?
folks. So you can debate that with us if you want. What are you scoring at home?
I was going to give him an infield single.
In my situation, does the run score or does the run count?
Yes, the run counts.
Because
And the reason why the run counts is the out has to occur. When the out did not occur, that no more is. Oh, there's a technical ruling for that, but
right, because it's like if you have a play at first, he doesn't count, right? But
that's a chopper on the ground. A great piece of hitting through the
yes,
right
it
side of
was.
the hole by Colbreth.
Oh,
And the York now working. They
Yep.
got a couple
singles.
aboard.
got a
With none
little
away.
got a little bingo going here.
Back-to-back singles here for the York Panthers.
But I was
Top of the
watching like
fourth.
a YouTube video
Uh-huh.
clip and I saw something like that happen and I was like, oh, what is going on?
It becomes no longer a timing situation, and that I think the ruling is a timing situation on that when the
Okay.
ball's in the dirt.
Right, yeah, ball's in the dirt, comes back to the backstop, or rolls off and the
Right.
catcher picks it up and throws to first to get him out. But
Right.
meantime, the guy on third scored before the out at first. And I would say you could possibly potentially argue the opposite too. Because it was still the third out. It's a continuous play. But I would like to run the score myself. That was just a fun, interesting base running situation for an umpire.
DeMonte up, takes a pitch away, and the count now 2 balls, no strikes.
And we'll save the most annoying stat. We haven't heard from anybody yet on that one. Your most annoying stat.
And the count 2 balls
that's
and
new.
no strikes to DeMonte. The 2-0 coming up from Easton to the catcher. DeMonte fouls it back in the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Checking in from Washington, D.C., supporting the Larks, and Caden Pape DeCioni. Go Larks.
All right. DC.
D.C.
We're coast to coast.
We're
around the
international.
world.
We're international around the world.
We are around the world.
And the count 2 balls, 1 strike here to DeMonte. Chavez on deck. Time called as DeMonte
All right.
backs out.
I got no problem with that time being called.
So 2 aboard, none out here in the top of the 4th. That one's shot foul.
So I am wondering though, Russ.
Okay.
We have the folks from New Zealand.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to sound ignorant with this. I'm just curious how someone from New Zealand gets involved in baseball.
Oh, they've got actually a
Is it
lot
a big deal down
yeah,
there?
they've got a
Okay.
lot of baseball down in New Zealand and Australia. I knew that from Nick Platten.
It's nowhere near like football and soccer and stuff.
That one
though.
popped up a mile high. I don't know if it'll stay in play. It might. And
Oh,
Justin Smith
Just
could not
missed
come up
it.
with it.
yeah, that play, the first baseman's got to call him off.
That's tough though. That
Always
is one
got
of
to
those.
call him off.
I didn't know if it was going to stay in play or not. Tomorrow that
Yeah.
ball could be in the press box.
It could.
We're going
It
to be
certainly
dealing
could.
with a south wind tomorrow.
The wind gets wicked if it's blowing hard enough.
Count now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But the reason I say first base Coy's got to call him off is one, it's really hard to catch with that mitt as a catcher. But 2, it's easier for first base to come in and catch that than it is for
So
catcher to go
DeMonte's
out.
still battling 2-2.
Oh, called him.
Strike 3 called as they
On the-
appealed down
Yep.
to the base hump. DeMonte goes down on the off-brain one
Yep,
away.
called him on the check swing. Like it.
So that'll bring up shortstop Tyler Chavez. All right, Austin Grant's fan club texting in saying, way to go from Grandma and the rest of the fam in Minden, Nevada.
All right. Minden, Nevada.
Strike over to Chavez in the first pitch he sees from Big Bird. And the count 0-1.
And by the way, I was looking at the York stats.
That one stays
boy.
downstairs. Good hang by Justin.
Look at this situation.
And they have the runner hung up.
Yep. Tagged him out, and they did not get it. Oh, well played by Hesston.
Culbreth got hung up.
He did. They were trying to tempt him into throwing so
They
that we could
were.
advance to third, but Hesston didn't fall for it. Good job.
And 2 away.
That was well played.
And they count even into the ball and a strike.
Hesston kept their heads and got that out.
The 1-1 delivery coming up here from Easton. He checks the runner. Spinning, throwing
Ooh.
back there
Yep.
to Eli, but diving back in was Grant. He's safe.
Not a bad move, but now, I'm not going to fault York for being aggressive.
No, I like
I'd
aggressive base
rather you be aggressive on the base paths than not, but good job, Hesston.
That's on the ground, and Eli makes a play, bobbles it, can't come up with it, not in time.
And he's
Runner
coming
home. And a great
There's
piece
that
of
aggressive
base
base
running
run.
by Grant to score a run for York. And York on the board.
I think we got to call an error,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I would have to agree with that.
But he gets a ribby for his troubles.
And now York on the board, 4-1 our score.
But I was about to say, we noticed between innings, yes, York Varsity has played some games. There's a
Right.
few guys that have gotten like one at bat, but we're just going to go ahead and say nobody has any stats for York at this point.
Valle looks at a pitch, it gets away from Easton. And that one will allow Chavez to get to second.
So we're just going to consider this their first game.
Oh, I think
As
that's-
it is their first JV game, I think we've been told that. So
we were, yeah. Tomorrow, first pitch at noon, we'll be back in action
back in action.
for a double dip, a twin bill.
Go home, get some sleep tonight.
That's right.
Be ready to go.
And then,
again
of course,
tomorrow.
we'll probably have a discussion about where we're going to eat after the game tomorrow, like we
Yes.
don't like to do.
Very much so. Not that there's a ton of options.
One misses outside. And the count, 2 balls, no strikes here to Valle. 2 balls, no strikes. We're in the top of the 4th of this 7-inning game.
I think I'm getting spoiled living in downtown Wichita.
You
guys.
probably are. Out and misses down and in, and the count 3-0.
Just missed too.
Any action in the bullpen, my angle is cut off because I have a wall here.
No, well, I mean, there's a guy standing there, but no
Okay.
action.
Okay.
Nobody's throwing. So the bullpens are empty at this point.
Quiet.
Yeah.
The 3-0 coming up.
Oh, wow.
Misses away. Valle draws the 2-out walk, and now there's 2 aboard for the Panthers.
So Easton taking his time out there.
This is leadoff hitter Colby Mersney.
He's
So
reached base
Chavez
this time.
aboard at second, Valle over there at first. Swing and a miss by Mersney.
Yep. Decent
Appreciate
cut.
that.
Healthy
Thank
cut.
you. Got a text from the Nebraska area code making sure I've got the pronunciation of Chavez's last name.
Oh, okay. Chavez?
Chavez, yes.
Got it. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I wonder if we is Mersney how you say his
Mersney
name?
is now. I do know that. Yes.
Okay.
Thinking the translation and scrambling to get this up as Easton paints the corner downstairs for a strike in the count 0-2. A couple things were lost. Normally I write that stuff like that down phonetically. I thought I did. I guess not. Thank you for that. And the count 0-2.
I'm sure lesser people, Russ, have had trouble with the name, so
Oh, names are tough.
names are not easy.
The 0-2 coming up. On the ground, back up the middle. Nice play by
Oh, well done.
Aiden to dance his way to
Yep.
the out.
6 unassisted.
And the Panthers get a run back. Strand a pair. We've played 3.5. Larks lead 4-1. Back with the bottom of the fourth after this. And welcome back here to Oswald Field on the campus of Hesston College. We're in the bottom of the fourth. A couple changes here. Kyler Colbreth coming into pitch. They moved Slaughter over to third base, and Galvin goes to first. So that's what York did. So Colbreth coming back in. He'll be pitching his first outing on the mound, and he's going up against Justin Smith.
He's got an ERA of 0.
That's because it's his first. Thanks, Phil. That's
hey.
Dr. Obvious, Phil Miller right here to my right as the pitch misses downstairs.
Somebody's got to get the Moto Award.
You got it. That is the master of the obvious.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Mr. Obvious.
You got it.
I think everybody else knew that.
You know, you got it. You got it now after an ERA of 0 in their first game. The 1-0 coming up here from Colbreth, and that misses inside and tight to Justin. And the count now, 2 balls, no strikes.
Okay, so time for most knowing stat. I didn't hear from anybody, but I think you're going to agree with me on this. The most annoying stat is OPS, on base plus slugging.
There's a strike on the outside corner. I like that because OPS, while it's a great marker of maybe something, it's taking two things that aren't related.
Yeah, it's a meaningless stat. It doesn't
now, if it was
give
like
me any
OPS plus batting average, different story.
Different,
but slugging,
even you wouldn't do on base plus batting. Like, are we too lazy that we can't just look at 2 numbers?
Well,
OPS gives me nothing.
Ooh, here's a good
value.
one. Annoying stat would be inherited runner. Yeah, I like that too.
I can go with that.
If the inherited runner is counted towards the previous pitcher, if it scores, why do we care if it's inherited or not?
Right.
I can get behind that too.
What's that all about? Because it's kind of the relief pitcher's fault.
There's a walk issued to Justin.
Yep.
He's aboard. He has an on-base percentage of a billion with a single and 2 walks. That brings up Coy. Hesston's team does, and I'm getting a text here, and this is from the Brinkley Fan Club. It
Oh, yeah.
includes a deep international diversity with Asian, Hispanic, African American, and last season included Sean Mabel from Australia. Kudos to the baseball program for reflecting a global society. Makes for nice
Absolutely.
exposure and development experience for young men as student athletes. It's true.
I
We've got a
definitely agree.
great fan base, and we've got a lot of people who tune into us, and they actually listen to us.
Well, we get students from around the world
Yeah.
too, and that's reflected, and that's always been the case as long as when we came to college, there were
That's
people
very
from
true.
all around the world, and
The 1-0 to Coy from Colbreth, and that misses inside and the count 2 balls, no strikes.
I had the privilege of playing with guys from Panama.
The Panamanian Devil,
yep.
Dielvis Saavedra, who just had a
Dielvis.
birthday the other day. That
We're
man
not going to
could-
tell you how old he is.
That man could hit a softball.
Oh my God, that man could hit a baseball.
Hit one of the longest home runs over the 390 in center with the bases loaded when Bethel still had a baseball program.
Believe he was on the Panamanian national team.
I think he was as well.
Uh,
That one popped backing out of play by Coy, and the count 2 balls, 1 strike.
It was the greatest. He would take these big cuts, and sometimes he'd pull his head, and he'd be looking back in our dugout as he's swinging, and he's got this big smile on his face because he knew exactly what he did.
Yep.
And we're
The
all
count
just,
2 balls and 1 strike to Coy as
laughing.
Colbreth deals upstairs by Coy's eyes.
Yep.
And the count goes 3 balls and a strike.
Also had a few friends from Japan.
Yep.
As well.
Oh, absolutely.
It was a really cool experience to be, and then guys from all over the country.
The 3-1 coming up here as we're in the bottom of the 4th. Runner aboard for the Larks, leadoff runner aboard. And that is a strike to Coy. And are you ready for stats? This is a stat we learned from Rob Ramsire.
Okay.
And that is when a leadoff runner gets on with no outs, they score in
A lot.
Division I baseball. It was 66% of the time.
Uh-huh.
I think it's up to 70.
Oh!
Coy wears that one.
Did that hit his helmet or did that hit
I
his
think it-
bat?
I
I
don't
thought
know.
I heard a tick on the helmet.
I don't know,
Ooh,
but he'll
boy.
trot off, and there are 2 on here.
That is the second time he's been hit by a pitch, or the third?
Coy, that was the first time he's been hit by a pitch, but he drew 2 walks.
No, he got hit by
I
a pitch
wrote
in
that.
the first
That's
inning.
right, he did. I wrote that down as a walk. It was a hit by pitch. I knew
Yep.
there was one. And that brings up Eli Prime.
He wore it on the elbow the first time up.
2 on, none out here in
But
the.
that's whenever I thought I heard it like kind of hit plastic. That's always scary.
Colbreth deals, and Eli takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Wow. So yeah, I'm not going to scare anybody with some of the stories that I have about people getting hit in the head, but
Well,
it just makes me nervous. It makes me nervous.
The 0-1 coming up. Colbreth with a high kick and misses downstairs in the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Luckily,
Kind of a throwback, too.
Yeah.
He's got the throwback motion. A lot of people use the slide step. He's kind of got the
Mhm.
high kick there.
kind of tempting, I would think, if you're on second. You time that up right, you know. But the slide step is a little more advanced move for a pitcher, so.
No, I'm good, thanks. Not much. I'll give you a thumbs up. So Eli steps back in. The count, 1 ball, 1 strike.
You know what temperature it is, Russ?
Comfortable in the press box.
Yeah, out there it is. Last time I checked, 40. It's 43 degrees.
Okay.
That is pretty cold to play baseball. Just gonna throw that out there.
There's the bendy pitch that curves in for a strike. And the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Eli.
Yeah, when you start getting this cold and you hit the ball wrong with that bat, it can vibrate. That hurts.
Eli fouls it back and out of play to the right side. And the count now riding 1 and 2.
All right, I think we've already said Eli has 7 RBIs,
Yep.
but he also is hitting .333, 500 on base percentage, Russ.
He's
Not too
over 1 in
shabby.
this one with a walk and a pop out.
Well, so still 500.
That's on the ground at the first baseman, Galvin.
I
Galvin
know
thinking
exactly
two.
what he was trying to do.
He was thinking two.
He was.
Went the short way, got a sure out.
But Eli there, he was trying to hit it. I think he was wanting to get both guys advanced, but the first baseman took the option to second. So interesting choice to go to second.
Well, I think
on
he
that.
was. I think Galvin was also trying to go to second and kind of had trouble getting the ball out of his glove.
He did, but there was nobody covered right away, and yeah, that was a tough play. Tough play.
And this is Deitch
Oh,
Nakakubo.
that's how you say that? Deitch?
Yes,
Okay.
Deitch. Deitch stepping in for where
Easton.
Easton was.
Okay.
So Deitch Nakakubo stepping in for the Larks.
All right, so Deitch has 6 at-bats on the year. Unfortunately, hasn't scored a hit just yet, but he's going to get one here, I think.
Foreshadowing.
I can see the future.
Full breath. Misses upstairs to Deitch. And they count 1 ball, no strikes.
So now, is he the DH? Yeah.
No, they got rid of
does
the
he have to
DH.
pitch?
I think what they'll do is they'll bring in a pitcher for him.
Okay, so they'll just keep pitch hitting that spot,
Yeah.
probably. That's interesting. That's
Now,
what I thought.
this
They
is
got
also-
rid of the DH,
they-
and there's
yeah.
not a free substitution rule
Right.
or anything. So
That pitch misses
Okay.
downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. So someone will come in to pitch. Because there's also, there's not a re-entry rule either that you can
there's
do.
nobody thrown in the bullpen
Well,
now.
maybe something's going on. I don't know.
Nope.
Who knows? Maybe they were warming up inside the dugout. I don't
They
know.
could. Don't they have it as a
And
clubhouse?
Deitch,
Oh my! He
where's
wore
that one?
Hey, he got on base.
He did.
I was
Now
kind of right.
You were.
I didn't want him to get hit like that, but
Bases are loaded here in the.
the exaltation of Larks. Now he's being pitch hit for. We've got
That is being run for.
or pinch run. Sorry.
And that's Torrin Henshaw coming in to run.
Okay.
And this brings up.
All right. So no stats for Mr. Henshaw that I can find. I'm going to stop writing down names in my scorebook too.
You
Sorry.
say coming in to hit.
What?
You say coming in to hit for the Larks in place of Halen. You say Hando.
Well, this is. I'm going to guess this is Yusei's first at bat then. That I am not finding it. Oh, there it is.
You say.
Sorry.
Starts with an R. You say.
I missed the hando. All right.
So you say coming in to hit for Halen. I think don't
So-
they call him Larry? So you say coming in. He was called
Larry.
Larry last year. Yes.
That's right, that's right.
Yes.
So, Hando has 7 at bats on the year. Unfortunately, not a hit yet, but he has scored a run.
But we've seen Yusei do some things with the stick.
Yeah, he's good. Like, he'll be all right.
And Yusei takes a pitch upstairs by the eyes, 1 ball from Colbreath.
Yusei can play. So the infield corners are in.
And Yusei misses outside.
Yep.
Count 2 balls, no strikes.
So interesting. Yeah, we got 1 out. So the infielder, up the middle, they're at double play depth. Corners are in. Not holding the guy on at third though. So
Bases loaded, and the 2-0 coming up here from Colbreath. Yusei
Nice.
rips a shot right back up the
There it
middle.
is.
1 run is on the way in. Has scored,
Yep.
and it'll just be a 90-foot
Yep.
single with a ribby for Yusei.
just a little, and he ripped it too.
He did. That
I'll
was
tell you
a
what.
shot, and the Larks score a run, and the bases stay loaded.
But yep, the Larks just got a little carousel going here.
That brings up Aiden,
We will take that.
and that will bring in a visit to the mound here, and that'll give me
Yep.
a chance to Thank our corporate sponsors, Ray Roofing. Ray Roofing offers a range of commercial, industrial, and residential roof systems. It is one of the leading roofing contractors in South Central Kansas and also Blue Stem Communities, where the Blue Stem goal is to have a positive impact on quality of life for every individual who lives here, works here, or is our guest. Blue Stem Communities, you can actually see they are just on the other side. Part of Showalter Villa is part of the Blue Stem Communities. They're
an excellent, excellent place.
Retirement community just beyond those trees in the outfield.
I'll give them a bonus. I'm not being paid for this, honestly. I work as a psychologist in the community, and they have a sterling reputation. So
Aiden steps in. We'll get the camera readjusted here. We're going to zoom it back out.
And actually, my aunt and uncle are, well, they're on the list to get into.
And there is quite a list of people to get into the Showalter Villa Blue Stem Communities.
They are in demand for a good reason.
Kidron and Bethel villages and Showalter Villa combined to make the Blue Stem Communities.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize they got together. Okay. Well, that's also a very good facility down in Newton,
So this is Aiden Betker, and Aiden was hit by a pitch, drew a walk, on-base percentage of 1 trillion in this game.
So why don't you get the Moto Award for that one?
Because that's 1 trillion, man. Cold breath deals. And that's a good pitch for a strike.
It doesn't really have a percentage. It's like, it's 1 point, it's 1. That's a weird percentage.
Cold breath misses just inside, and the count evens up at a ball and a strike.
That's a bajillion.
That's not a number.
Sure is.
They count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh.
One misses downstairs. Our count moves to 2 balls, 1 strike. And as a pitcher, it's got to be tough to pitch when it's cold.
I would think so. It's tough to get a grip on the ball. It's really dry, that type of thing. So,
swing and a miss by Aiden. And we're even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
These guys are from Nebraska. They're probably tough enough, but I mean, he's not blowing on his hand or anything, so I don't think he's cold.
And the count now 2-2. So that one stays in the dirt. We're full 3 balls and 2 strikes. That is not a strike.
Good job by Aiden. No, that was in the dirt.
It was me hitting the wrong button on my scoreboard. So here's a payoff pitch.
Oh, full count. Oh, and he wears it.
Inside, Aiden is hit. Gets a ribby for his trouble.
I've lost count of how many times the Larks have taken a hit.
I think that's 4 or 5
they are,
now.
They're harkening back to old Lark teams where that was...
Rob Ramsire, free bases.
Yeah.
The freebies.
We'll take it. Any way you can get on base was the motto, I believe. The more guys that get on base, the more times you can score. Unless you're hitting a home run, you got to get on base to score. That's also a Moto Award, right?
Yeah. Truth. That one comes too far inside, and it looks like it got him.
Yep. So a dead ball.
A dead ball.
Nobody scores anyways. It's going to score. Yep.
Another run comes across on the hit by pitch. And the Larks now up 7-1.
Yeah.
Three across here in this frame in the 4th. As that brings up Jack. Jack 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a strikeout.
So Colbreth's just having a little trouble there with his control. It looks like.
Got a great text from the Jack Brinkley fan club, and we'll get to that in just a second.
Awesome. Love hearing from them.
That one misses outside, 1 ball.
Just going to keep this Lark merry-go-round going. The nest just keeps spinning. Right?
It's a this day in baseball. Babe Ruth is granted his release by the Yankees, allowing the aging superstar to play for the Braves. The 39-year-old outfielder hit 659 home runs and batted .349 during his 15-year tenure with the Yankees.
Wow. And this should be an easy trivia. How many home runs did Babe Ruth have in total?
And the count now 2-0. I know that.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, you should know that, right?
That one misses outside. We'll see if someone out there.
But there is some debate as to what the actual total is, Russ. Do people know what the debate is?
What is the debate?
Well, is it? I want to see if people
the 3-0
know.
Coming up. As that one too far inside.
Yep.
Jack draws the walk. He gets a ribby for his trouble.
Yep.
The Larks have scratched across 4 now in this inning, and they're threatening to make a mess of the scorebook.
They are most likely going to make a mess of our scorebook.
As this is Dawson Winter. 4 runs have come across here in this inning.
Yes.
Larks up 8-1 as we're in the 4th.
All right.
Dawson was hit by a pitch, drew a walk, and popped out, so he is 0-for-1.
So the Babe Ruth controversy on number of home runs.
After this pitch, hold on.
Yes.
As Colbreth dealing. And Dawson takes
There's
a strike.
a strike. All right. Now, go ahead and hit. So, he hit one in the All-Star game, Russ. So does he have 714 home runs or 715?
The 0-1. That one misses downstairs in the count. I'd say 714 because that's an exhibition.
Yes. That's the official number.
Right.
Yeah. But some people want to, hey, you won in the All-Star game. That's against All-Star competition.
No, it's 1-1.
And back then they actually played the game.
And that is a hit by pitch, and Dawson aboard. That's the second time he's been plunked. And gets an RBI for his trouble.
We're going to have some bruises tomorrow, Russ.
There are going to be some bruises.
And our scoreboard is now officially
our scorebook
a mess.
is a mess. Yes, as that brings up Justin. Justin started this off by a walk. So the Larks have scored 5 in this inning on 1 hit.
It is 9-1.
So 9-1 the score. 1 hit, and Justin steps up. And Justin takes a pitch high and away.
So it's fun when your team is the one messing up your scorebook. It's not great when it's the other team doing it. Just gonna.
We've seen a couple of those.
Oh, it happens. It happens.
Big swing and a miss by Justin. We're even on ball 1 strike.
Frankly, at this level, nobody's immune to having innings like that.
No, that's true.
And I'm not disparaging this level. It's just, guys are learning, getting polished.
That one stays upstairs on our count. 2 balls, 1 strike.
This is a major step up from high school, though.
Absolutely is. You're jumping in the teeth of the beast.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk a little bit about the postseason, too, and what that looks like for the Larks.
Oh, yeah, you were going to do that.
That was.
Yeah.
That one misses inside, and our count 3 balls and 1 strike. And it has changed a little bit thanks to the pandemic.
Okay. Because it's always been kind of weird.
The count 3-1. That's ball 4. And Justin gets a walk and a ribby, and the Larks add another run here.
And they do have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen.
They do. And that brings up Coy. And Coy has been hit twice and walked once.
So he's going to have some bruises tomorrow.
He's going to have some bruises.
Goodness. He wore one on the elbow the first time.
And that one misses downstairs to Coy, one ball.
Got hit in the back the second time.
Yeah, he's been plunked a bunch.
Yep. Wonder if he could hit one to Cheney from here.
Well, no, he's going to be hit a third time.
In the elbow again.
So
Ouch.
another run comes across for the Larks. And that's going to close the book on Colbreth.
Manager having some mercy on his pitcher and decides that enough is enough. He was playing a good game over at third.
And that'll bring up Eli.
But you know, as far as for JV programs, this is why they play these games.
That's right.
Is they want to see what guys can do, give guys reps, that type of thing.
As the sack's still full of Larks as they're bringing in a new arm. We'll get that in just a second.
It is a long journey in.
It is a long, yeah. The bullpen is out behind the 350.
I think they missed the gate that's out there though, or it doesn't open. I'm not sure.
Well, it might be locked.
Yeah.
An oversight. First home opener, you're trying to iron out the bugs.
Yeah,
this was supposed to be quite about 3 weeks ago, and just not happening.
That's ambitious. I mean, to be honest with you, to have a like the Larks put together a very ambitious schedule, knowing that
memory serves me right. I believe it was supposed to be February 9th was the home opener.
Yeah, that's still pretty ambitious, but sometimes sometimes you can play that game.
Oh, that's very true. I mean,
you know,
on the same token, I played golf on my birthday back on February 2nd, and then probably wanted to burn my clubs for heat later.
Yeah.
So.
It's like burning anything you could get your hands on
That
for
is
heat.
very true. And
Goodness.
we've got.
I think.
We need their.
Oh, who do we got coming in here?
This is number 7, Parker Hughes.
Parker Hughes.
So Parker Hughes coming on to pitch for the Panthers. Replaces Colbreth. And I think that if that's the case,
So, yeah, is he going to take a spot in the order then?
Probably, because they did
Colbreth could go back to third, I guess, technically. They could do some finagling. I don't know what they did.
Well, but they got rid of the DH.
They took out Galvin?
Yeah, Galvin's playing first now.
Okay. Slaughter moved over to third. Well, we don't know who's playing what.
That's one thing. That's
because they're standing there in a cluster. I don't know.
Right.
We don't know who's where.
Right. It's always a little bit tough.
We'll catch up, folks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Larks up 11-1 here.
Doing some inventive moves and things like that. Again, hey, we got a JV squad. They're trying to figure some things out,
So Hughes coming in to pitch. Bases full of Larks here. With 1 out in the 4th inning. And this will bring up Eli.
Hey, I'm looking over at your production truck. It is fancy.
It is.
Goodness gracious.
It really is. We can do some really neat things with the production truck here.
It's a whole facility.
Oh, absolutely. And that one misses high to Eli from Parker Hughes. Larks up 11. They've scored 7 in this inning.
Remind me when we were at supper tonight I want to ask about cameras and stuff.
Okay, ask me about cameras and stuff if there's a strike.
Yeah. No, when we're... I'm just wondering about some things.
Okay. They count 1 ball, 1 strike. Big curve that stays upstairs, and our count moves 2 balls and a strike.
Need to turn my book back around. There we go. So we got...
That one's popped back and out of play, and our count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Took a swing at it. So we got Coy Kuhn over at first.
Yes.
Justin over at second.
And Dawson at third.
Dawson at third. Just to update you folks.
With Deitch on deck.
Oh, yeah. Eli's on deck.
No, Eli's batting.
Yes, you're right. Eli's batting. Hey,
there's the curve that stays upstairs, and the count 3-2.
It's just going to take me
I know.
all season.
It's going to be a long. It was a long.
Oh,
long
man.
break, and
No,
we
it's
don't
just-
actually have someone. Deitch isn't on deck. We'll Kobe Winters. Thank you guys. Kobe Winters on deck, and there's the
Woo!
big curve that upstairs
It did
did
not
not
curve.
break, and Eli draws the walk. Gets a ribby. Larks add another run in this what is unfortunately a disastrous inning for York.
Yes.
And that'll bring up Kobe Winters.
Oh, so we're really going to mess up our scorebook.
Oh,
Cool.
it's just a disaster from about here down for me. Kyle did a basketball game with me as a color commentator once, head coach Kyle Ellison. We talked about the joys of the WW in the scorebook. He wasn't watching.
Right?
So this is Kobe Winters.
I'm just going to write him down below and
Okay.
put an arrow up. What'd you do?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. That you were showing me
No,
your book.
Looking at my roster sheet here.
All right, let's see if Kobe's had a
Kobe
chance
takes the
yet.
ball.
I believe this is Kobe's first at bat.
Kobe's from Wichita. Went to Bishop
Oh,
Carroll High
local
School.
kid. First at bat on the year for him.
Right.
This is his debut.
His debut as a Lark.
Yes. Oh,
That
and
one
he's
stays well inside, and the count evens it, moves to 2 balls and no strikes.
wisely refrains from swinging at that. Wisely ducked out of the way of that. Next time, though, he needs to put his bat down. Drop the bat.
And the 2-0 coming up.
Leaves it up.
And stayed upstairs,
Yep.
and I count 3 balls and no strikes. I know when I umpired as a umpiring in Babe Ruth and
Mhm.
Little League, I always try to set my eyes at the top of the zone, so I knew that if I had to look up, I knew it was a strike.
There you go. So you kind of had the trick of like the
Uh-huh.
catcher helmet.
That one popped back into the fence, and the count 3-1 to Kobe.
That way, it's just an easy trick for umpires to where they want to set the zone at.
Always trying to
Yep. I think
give yourself points of reference so you know.
as long as you're trying to be as consistent as possible with an umpire, I never
That's
really
true.
had an issue with you.
The 3-1. Fly
Oh,
ball, that will
that's
stay
gonna
in
score.
play. That's going to
No,
hang
nope.
up via, that drifts in. Play
Yep.
made by Chavis. And there's an out.
So that was a 4,
7, 6.
6. Oh, shortstop caught that.
Yes, Chavis, the shortstop, caught it.
All right, so that's 2 down for the Larks.
2 down here in the bottom of the 4th. Yusei coming back to bat. No, who is this?
That's not you said.
No, this is, I didn't see the number.
My glasses are fucking up.
That one popped
31.
up. Oh, yeah, it's Yusei. Yusei pops it up on the right side, and the play
He
made
said-
by Grant. But the damage done as the Larks score 8 in the frame. We'll go to the top of the 5th. Larks leading 12-1 back after this. You're on the Lark Network. And welcome back here to Yost Center. Or Yost Center.
Oh, it's basketball now?
Yeah, we're back to basketball.
The basketball game is broken out. This is
Kainoa coming to pitch here for the Larks.
Oswald Field, folks. Oswald Field.
Oswald Field.
Yes.
The Lark namesake. And Evan Oswald, probably the father of Lark athletics, just recently passing away.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And there's a swing and a miss by Sebastian Roland.
Yeah.
We're in the top of the fifth. Larks lead 12-1. Roland drew a walk and struck out. That one misses outside on our count.
All right, let's see. So I know this is going to be his third appearance on the year. I believe he's probably coming in on relief each time.
There's a strike.
He does have a win, though.
And our count 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Roland. Sebastian Roland, left fielder. Strike 3 called.
Got him on the tag.
Got a text saying the Larks are the bird species. What MLB teams also carry the bird mascot as a brand? We don't answer that because a major fan is sitting to my right.
There's a lot of...
The Blue Jays?
Yeah, Blue Jays, Orioles.
Cardinals,
Orioles, of course.
Team in St. Louis.
Yeah, my bros in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I don't think we're missing anybody. It's just the 3, isn't it?
Pitch there as a strike, and our count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. Blue Jays, Orioles,
Cardinals.
I
think there's anybody else.
I think that's 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just going through real quick. The 1-1. Kainoa.
Now, can you tell me why Los Angeles is the Dodgers? What does the Dodgers refer to?
Actually, they're from Brooklyn originally.
Yeah. Why are they the Dodgers, though?
There's a line drive through the whole right side base hit by Trevor Slaughter.
Yeah, that's the easy part, that they originated in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. So why the name? And what was their original name? Can anybody give us that?
Phil going deep.
Yeah, I'm reading a book.
And this is number 25 for York now hitting.
Oh, my goodness. They just want our scorebooks to
Trevor
go.
Peterson. If I read that right.
For Mr. Slaughter?
Yeah. No, for Caesar Galvin. Slaughter singled.
Oh, Slaughter singled. Oh, my goodness.
This is Trevor Peterson.
Okay.
Oh, and misses downstairs.
But I will be greatly impressed if people can Google up why the Dodgers are.
That one fouled back to the fence by Peterson. I count, I believe, 2 balls and 1 strike. Thought it was.
If you don't get it to, I'll have to tell you after 2 outs.
That one missing downstairs, and our count 3 balls, 1 strike.
And to be honest, I can't remember their original name, so.
There, okay, well, at least
but I just wonder if other people can give me the original name.
Strike 2 at the knees.
Just like, the Yankees were the Highlanders.
Someone asked, was it because they were draft dodgers?
No, no. They were the Dodgers well before the draft.
Count 3 balls and 2 strikes, and there is a walk issued by Kainoa, and there are 2 runners on here for York.
I'll give a hint. I mean, it does involve dodging.
Well, it didn't have anything to do with pickpockets, did it?
No.
Okay.
Nope, much more innocent than that.
Okay, just checking.
Yep.
Austin Grant singled and scored the only run of the game for the Panthers so far.
You got to think about the city that they're in. And I mean,
busy
dodging. They're dodging.
Dodging traffic.
Almost.
Dodging horse-drawn carriages.
Not quite. Streetcars. Trolley cars.
Okay.
They used to be the trolley dodgers.
There's
because
a strike at the knees.
There were 2 streetcar lines that met at, I believe, Ebbets Field. And people were dodging trolleys and stuff
Okay.
like that to get to the game, and so that nickname kind of stuck.
There's a strike on the outside corner. They count 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 aboard here with 1 out in the 5th.
Stuck so much to the point
History
where
lesson with
the Dodgers just
Rusty and Phil.
adopted it as their name.
It's just what people wanted.
Absolutely. If you like baseball, you like baseball
There's
history.
a chopper that's fouled into the dugout area, and the count still rides 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's true. We are doing better. If Jasmine was here, we'd be off on some tangent about food somewhere.
Yeah.
But that was always fun.
Absolutely.
The count 1 and 2 here for Grant. Kainoa deals. There's a fly ball
Oh,
toward
going up.
right field.
Drifting.
Play made by Yusei.
That
Throw
was
over.
great.
And there's 2 away.
He ran in a circle because that ball was tailing,
It was tailing.
and I think there's not really much of a breeze, so it was just tailing.
We're going to see wind tomorrow, as this is Peterson coming to bat. No, excuse me. This is
who
Parker
is it?
Hughes. Excuse me, Parker Hughes coming to
Hughes.
bat.
Okay.
Yes. Hughes coming to bat here. With 2 away and runners at the corners for the Panthers.
Number 7.
Swing and a miss.
Yep. Oh,
Runner
Gonna go
goes
down to second and nailed
in
him. That's gonna
trouble.
do it.
That is it.
Wow.
And
now
Galvin
are
caught.
we doing the run rule? Is that the game? Are they calling it?
And that is your final score here from Oswald Field in this ball game. The Larks come away with the 12-1 victory.
Yeah.
We will be right back in
There you go,
action
folks.
tomorrow. First pitch at noon. We'll be on the air streaming before that. So Larks come away. Hopefully you guys will join us. Tune in tomorrow for Dr. Phil Miller. I'm
Go
Rusty
get some
Witcher
hot
saying,
chocolate.
that's right. Stay
Warm up a
warm.
little bit.
We'll see you tomorrow in the sun and the wind from Oswald Field. Thank you and have a good night.